buying my time on him. The biggest Bama deer of my life. Oh, thank you, Jesus. We got a giant 4-year-old out here. I'm talking a dang good one, but we'd already agreed we wasn't gonna shoot him because he's gonna be big next year. I'm talking big. Fucking, we got a legit 135, 40-inch 9-pointer out here. That's a 4-year-old. And a giant one day next year. Starting to rain a little bit, but we got a blind to sit in. Let's go see if they gonna move. Alright, well, locked and ready to roll. We're locked and ready to roll. Today is November the 3rd. The rut in Alabama is just about to pop down here, son. November the 3rd. Actually, we're still in early season. Bow season's been in about 2 weeks. This is the first time I've hunted this deer since it came in. Last night I hunted Rock Creek. Saw a few does, but tonight we had a major front push through. It's kind of on top of us right now. We got rain, just light rain. But I done broke out the Arctic Shield in November in Alabama, early November at that, because it's about 47, 48 degrees right now. It's the best temperatures you could ask for in Alabama at the first week of November. So, I came in here yesterday and brushed this blind in. I'm starting to get pictures of the swamp nine now. I'm not getting him just a ton to say that we're gonna kill him for sure, but I'm getting him enough to justify to start hunting him. So, deer move this good all year long. I just can't wait. We've been here an hour. Ain't seen a deer, and we are watching 7 acres of green. It's a big one. No, you can't see me. It's really dark in this blind, but we got two rack bucks just come out. One of them runs with Swamp Nine, so we're thinking the Swamp Nine's gotta be close. Now I'm on him good. Whoa, doggy son. They ain't never gonna make it unless they start moving. I feel like he's... That's a freaking nice Bama deer. Come on. I feel like they're getting our drift or smelling something. See, look at him. You can't tell where it's coming from though. Oh, come on. Yes. He's gonna stop, but he made about 10 yards right there. He's coming though, dude. He's walking this way. He'll keep coming. All right, well, we snuck out of the blind. Just got home. Snuck out of the blind with the deer in the field, and we're gonna have to go back after him tomorrow night. But we got out of the field, got out of the blind without him seeing us, and yeah, go back tomorrow night. Hopefully we can get a better look at him tomorrow night. Hopefully he'll come within range. But hunting him one night, that's the first night we've hunted him all year. I've been waiting until I started getting him on camera. We've been getting him on camera the last couple of nights, and first night in we see him. So
our plan's starting to come together. Let's see if we can finish him off the next couple of days or the next week. We're not going to push it, but I feel pretty confident we can get him killed.
All right, well, November the 4th. We're back after him tonight. This is our second night after him.
All right, well, happy Sunday. Today is Sunday, November the 21st, and just got down here at the bull farm. I just got back from Tennessee last night. I shot a really old buck that we had pictures of for a while. So when I was in Tennessee 2 nights ago, Friday night, I had a picture of the swamp night in the broad daylight, 450. So we about to get all up in his business. Gun season just started in Alabama. So I tote my 30-06 or my 6.5, and we about to crawl all up in his business. We got a cold front hitting tonight. I'm not hunting tonight, but I'm gonna go put some more feed out in this field. He's coming in this field probably every evening. We've already seen him once. It's an 11-acre field, but we're trying to draw him into one spot. Tomorrow we're gonna have a northwest wind. It's gonna be perfect. Just pulled in the farm here. I'm gonna get some feed put out in the bottom, in the swamp bottom, and hopefully we're gonna finally put an end to the swamp 9. Here we go, here we go, here we go. It is a beautiful Monday, week of Thanksgiving here in Alabama. Thanksgiving just in a couple of days. Today is November the 22nd. It's a beautiful, bright, sunny day. We had a cold front come through last night, brought us about 3/4 inch of rain, some high north winds, and now today we left with some sunny skies, temperature hovering around 51 degrees. Got a northwest wind at 10 miles an hour. It is a perfect day to kill a Bama buck, and let me tell you, going after a giant. The Swamp 9. Just got situated, got my camera ready, got my gun ready, got all my gear ready. We ready.
and watched him walk in for 20 minutes, and he never would turn broadsided. I think we just smoked him, baby. Bama giant on the ground. So I know what you're thinking. Where in the heck did he hit that deer? Honestly, man, the deer come out at 280 yards, and he literally walked all the way from 280 yards into 80 yards. I think he was about 86 yards when I shot. And as you can tell on the footage, I was way back. I don't really know how I hit the deer that far back. I thought I'd made a good shot at first. When everything was in the moment, I thought I made a good shot. When the smoke cleared and I went back and watched the footage, I got an empty feeling in my gut. I knew my shot was far back. I don't know why I hit him that far back. I had just killed a deer 2 days earlier with that gun in Tennessee, the deer we called Krabby, and so I don't really know what happened, but I apologize. I made a terrible shot. Let's just be honest here. This is the fall series rival, man. We're showing the good, the bad, the ugly, and when I went back and watched that footage, I didn't feel like we'd find the deer, and I didn't feel like I killed the deer. I was so disappointed. Man, my heart sank. I was so mad. Finally, do all this work, all this food plot preparation, pass him as a 4-year-old, do all this work, and I get the shot I've been waiting for on him, and I screw it up. So I'm gonna be honest, I didn't film another thing in that blind. I didn't film any cutaways. I didn't talk about what happened. I was so mad, I just quit filming. And so I'm gonna take you through what I did. I got out of the blind. I went and checked, and there was white hair on impact. And so the best case I was thinking was I zipped his belly line and hit his off leg, because it was evident that he run off carrying his off leg broke. But I thought I might have got in his gut just enough that there was some hope there. So I got home, I reviewed the footage some more, and I made a few phone calls, and I had some friends tell me of guys that's got trailing dogs. And so I called, his name was Blaine. I called Blaine up. We met down at the Piggly Wiggly at 11 p.m. that night, and he had his dogs, and man, we got to the point of impact, and his dogs just took off on the trail. And I think his dogs looked for about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, and they found the deer. The deer didn't go about 140 yards from point of impact and bedded up, and he was dead right there in his bed. And after we got to looking, I'm not really sure. I don't really know what happened. It had been about 5 hours since I shot, 5 or 6 hours. And when we got to the deer, I looked at him, and I was trying to figure out where I hit him. I was so happy that we found him. He was dead, because I was in the dumps about 5:30 that evening. Then all of a sudden, here we are, midnight, and we find the deer. The deer didn't go 140 yards from point of impact. And so upon further looking at the deer, I zipped his belly line and got in his gut there, and then I broke his off leg. All right, well, here I sit, happy Alabama deer hunter. Found the deer. I shot the deer probably 4 or 5 hours ago, and as you can see on the video, I shot him real far back, and it actually clipped some gut and some leg back there. And man, I was sick. I was tore up, because we've been working hard all summer prepping to kill. This was one of our main target deers. We got all that bottom planted. We planted all of our food plots on the other side. We've got about 30 acres of food plots down here. And this was the biggest deer we had. I passed him last year as a 4-year-old, hoping that he would make it, and he made it. We had a big cold front push through last night, had some rain, and today it was about 10 degrees cooler. We had a north-northwest wind. I think it was around 52 degrees, and this son of a gun stepped out in the field at 4:15. He was the 5th deer in the field, so he was definitely on his feet early. This was a homebody deer, man. This was a deer that I was excited about hunting all summer long here in Bama. what's the bigger story tonight is them dang dogs finding the deer. It's just crazy to me, unreal, the way those dogs work. What a Alabama giant, man. This is, I've killed a lot bigger deer up north in the Midwest, but this is probably my best Bama deer to date, I think. It's, if it ain't, it's real close. But what's even crazier, to cap it off, when we got hot on the trail, we found this shed from last year. Now, how crazy is that? I actually came down this bottom in March and I was looking for a shed, and I walked all up and down the field there, and we walked right across the shed tonight while we was looking for him from last year. And you can see what one deer did for him. Definitely put a lot more mass on and some length and just the overall frame. You know, you kill this deer, that's a nice deer, but you kill this deer, it's a lot bigger deer. So that's why we try to let them get 5.5 on this farm. Me and my partner, we've just kind of agreed to try to shoot 5-year-old deer. Roll tide, baby.
Keep walking. I'm like,
roll tide.
Trying to get up there.
Told you we was gonna get him dead. Give us a roll tide. My man Blaine, roll tide, bro. Roll tide.
I was focused on this camera. I get focused.
Roll tide. How's that for Alabama right there, boys? How was that for Alabama?